Hello, in front of me I have my entire Kryptein Cosmetics eyeshadow palette collection, which includes all of the eyeshadow palettes they've released with the exception of the Alter palette. I thought since I had all of the palettes, or at least all of the currently available palettes, that I would go through and do some detailed swatches, talk about each of the palettes, talk about the brand in general, and then do some comparisons. Firstly, though, if you haven't heard of the brand, Kryptein Cosmetics is a Chinese indie beauty brand. They make a couple different products, but I, of course, focus on the eyeshadows. They, generally speaking, release palettes with 12 shadows that have magnetic pans in the 26mm circle pan, and they tend to have 6 mattes and 6 special shimmers per palette. When it comes to the eyeshadows, they generally have 3 main kind of formula types. First is their mattes, which are a very pigmented, velvety matte. They do have a bit of kickback, but I wouldn't refer to them as powdery in any way. Then they have their 2 shimmer formulas. First is their smooth shimmer formula. This is a really standout formula. It's creamy without being emollient. It lasts well on the lid. It's very high shine, and it's still going to have a lot of beautiful sparkle. Then there is their flaky formula. This one can be a little controversial. It is a little bit more creamy, a little more emollient, some shades worse than others, but I do usually just press out some of that extra binder with a tissue, and I find it's okay. This formula is very sparkly. It's a little bit thin, but it does smooth out to be a beautiful topper, which I do find if I wear it as a topper, it's also much less likely to crease. First up is the Burnt Forest palette. Here it is all swatched out. Muttonal has a sheer warm brown base and shifts turquoise, blue, indigo, and purple. It's one of their smoother formulas with a medium particle size and a sparkly finish. Moss has a vibrant grass green base and shifts red, peach, orange, yellow, and chartreuse. It has the flaky formula with a large particle size and an intense high shine sparkle. Wildfire has a black base and shifts red, peach, orange, and yellow. This one isn't necessarily a smooth or a flaky formula. I think it's right in between. It does have a medium particle size, but quite a lot of opacity, so I wouldn't consider it to be one of their flaky formulas, but it does have a little bit more flakiness than their smooth formula. Starry Sky is a denim shimmer with a deep base and gold sparkles. It has a layered formula where it has a smooth, opaque base pigment, but then it has a large, flaky particle size sparkle. And a fair warning, that larger particle size sparkle can be a little irritating to sensitive eyes. Dawn has a mid-tone warm brown base and shifts green, turquoise, blue, indigo, purple, and violet. It has the smooth, sparkly formula and a medium particle size. Lake has a sheer blue base and shifts turquoise, blue, indigo, and purple. It's part of the more flaky formula, and it has a medium to large particle size that smooths out to a sparkly finish. Next is Violet Crazy. This was released as a kind of 2 palette set, although you can buy them individually. I do believe at the time of recording this is still available, but it is being discontinued. However, it might be available at some retailers. And here it is all swatched out. I feel like these swatches look a little more washed out than this palette actually is. There is a little bit more saturation to it. That might just be the lighting that I'm using here, or it might just be that my arm was getting really dry by the end of this. Fairy Tale is an iridescent that shifts purple, violet, pink, peach, and gold with red and indigo sparkles. This has a smooth formula with a very sparkly small to medium particle size. And I don't wish to give too many subjective opinions in this video, but this one, in my opinion, is probably their best shadow. It's so beautiful. Fallen Star has a sheer cream base and shifts yellow, chartreuse, lime, green, teal, and turquoise. This is one of the more flaky shadows, but it smooths out to a sparkly finish with a small medium particle size. Time Machine is an ultra-reflective sparkly gold with a warm brown base. It has one of those kind of traditional, super sparkly, metallic, neutral gold and silver formulas similar to the Divina Moonscapes, where the base is quite smooth and opaque, but the super intense sparkle is this very flaky, gritty texture. In my experience, this will be extremely uncomfortable to remove if you have any kind of sensitive skin or sensory issues. The one has a cool green base that shifts purple, violet, pink, red, peach, orange, and gold. It has a smoother formula with a very sparkly finish and a medium to large particle size. Blossom has a black base and shifts purple, violet, pink, peach, orange, and gold with indigo and red sparkles. It's a bit sheer for more of a black-based multichrome, and it has a sparkly, smooth formula with a medium to small particle size, and you might have noticed this is very similar to Fairy Tale, just with a deeper base. Violet Crazy has a black base and shifts magenta, pink, red, peach, orange, and gold. This has a sparkly, flaky formula with a large particle size. This one was a little bit emollient and did benefit from just doing a quick press out of some of the binder. It's also worth noting that this has a black base similar to the last one, but the last one was more of like a grayed out black, and this one is a very opaque, traditional jeweled multichrome black base. The counterpart to Violet Crazy is Atlantis. Here it is all swatched out. Jellyfish is an iridescent that shifts teal, turquoise, blue, indigo, and purple. This is one of the flaky formulas, and it has a very sparkly finish with a large particle size. Deluge has a deep blue base and shifts turquoise, teal, blue, indigo, and purple. It has a flaky formula with a sparkly finish and a medium to large particle size. Siren has a cool purple base and shifts gold, chartreuse, lime, green, turquoise, and teal. It has the flaky formula, but a slightly smaller particle size and is a little bit more smooth than the others. Ole Haken is a gunmetal silver with a brown base. This has the smooth formula, which I'm especially thankful for because a lot of the more standard shimmers in these palettes have that really flaky, gritty formula that I just can't stand wearing on my eyes. It's quite opaque, but it can be sheared out, and it has a sparkly finish with a small particle size. Poseidon has a black base and shifts blue, indigo, purple. This has the smooth formula with an opaque, sparkly metallic finish. Mermaid has a black base and shifts magenta, pink, red, orange, gold, and chartreuse. This has the flaky formula and a sparkly finish with a large particle size. Next is their limited edition 5-pan Tulip Dream. Here it is all swatched out. These shades don't have any names, but the first shimmer is an iridescent that shifts pink, peach, orange, gold, and yellow. This is their smooth formula with a small to medium particle size and a sparkly finish. And the other shimmer has a cool blue base and shifts purple, magenta, pink, peach, orange, and gold. This is also one of their smoother formulas with a small to medium particle size and a sparkly finish. The next palette is Secret Garden 1. This was available in a bundle with Secret Garden 2, which will be the next palette I show. And here it is all swatched out. First up is Lily. This is an iridescent that shifts gold, yellow, lime, green, teal, and turquoise. This has the smooth formula with a sparkly finish and a small to medium particle size. Daisy has a yellow base and shifts red, orange, yellow, chartreuse, and lime. This is the smooth formula It has quite an opaque base and a small particle size. Tulip is an iridescent that shifts pink, peach, orange, gold, yellow, and chartreuse with purple and gold sparkles. It has a large particle size and a sparkly finish, but it's part of the flakier formula, and specifically the flakier formula that's a little bit emollient. In the pan, the shadow looks like it has a pink base, but it is an iridescent. Ivy has a green base and shifts gold, lime, green, teal, and turquoise. This is one of the flaky formulas, however, it's quite dry compared to the other flakies and a medium particle size. Sunflower has a gray base and shifts peach, orange, gold, yellow, chartreuse, and lime with gold sparkles. This one has a flaky formula with a large particle size. Peony has a pinky red base and shifts red, orange, gold, yellow, and chartreuse. It has the smoother formula with a sparkly metallic finish and a small to medium particle size. Next up is its companion, Secret Garden 2. And here it is, all swatched out. Again, I do think my arm was getting a little dry because, with the exception of that first matte, the rest of these do have a lot more punchiness to them. Gypsophila has a sheer green base and shifts green, teal, turquoise, blue, and indigo. It has the smooth formula with a small to medium particle size and a sparkly finish. Freesia has a salmon pink base and shifts periwinkle, purple, violet, pink, peach, and gold. It has the flaky formula, however, it has a smaller particle size and is a little bit drier than the other flakies. Rose has a brown base and shifts magenta, pink, peach, orange, gold, and yellow. It has the flaky formula with a medium to large particle size. I wouldn't say it's especially emollient, but it is more emollient than some of the others. Jasmine has a light green base and shifts pink, peach, orange, gold, yellow, chartreuse, and lime with multicolored sparkles. It has the smooth formula and a smaller particle size with a sparkly finish. And again, I know I said I wouldn't get too subjective here, but I really think this is an absolute standout. Petunia has an indigo base and shifts purple, violet, pink, peach, orange, gold, and yellow. It has a medium particle size and is part of the more dry, flaky formula. Datura has a blackened base and shifts magenta, pink, peach, orange, gold, and yellow. It is a holochrome with medium density, small particle size holographic flecks. The formula is their smooth formula, and it has a small particle size in both the multichrome pigment as well as the holographic flecks. Next is the Sunset Symphony palette. This one has been a little bit controversial because the mattes don't really go deep enough, especially in the warmer tones, and the shimmers do go quite deep, but they also have more of the flaky formula, with none of these really being a smooth shimmer. And here it is all swatched out. Skyline has a slate gray base and shifts peach, orange, gold, yellow, chartreuse, and lime. It has the flaky formula, however, it has a small to medium particle size and is a little bit thicker and smoother than the other flakies. It's one of my favorite shadows that they make. Halo has a gold base and shifts gold, yellow, chartreuse, lime, green, and teal. It has a flaky formula with a large particle size and a sparkly finish. While swatching out to be a gorgeous spicy neutral gold, in the pan this looks like a very vibrant orangey yellow. Golden Hour has a blackened base and shifts pink, peach, orange, gold, and yellow with purple and red sparkles. It has the flaky formula and is quite wet. I had to press out the binder for this one and it still felt a little putty-like, and a medium particle size with a sparkly finish. Wave has a deep brown base and shifts green, teal, turquoise, blue, and indigo. It has the flaky formula with a large particle size. Mojito has a sheer blue base and shifts teal, turquoise, blue, indigo, purple, and violet. It has a flaky formula with a medium particle size and a super sparkly finish. Afterglow has an indigo base and shifts peach, orange, gold, yellow, and chartreuse. It has a flaky formula with a medium particle size and is often considered to be a dupe for Dive Rune's Stray Cat. I'd been wanting to get a dupe for that shadow ever since it first released. I'd been dreaming of a shadow that's very similar, that has that warm shift with that indigo base, and I'm pretty happy with this one. Next up is Sinister. This was their Halloween launch this year. Here it is, all swatched out. Wings is an iridescent that shifts red, peach, orange, gold, yellow, and chartreuse. It has a flaky formula with a medium particle size and can be a little emollient. Disorder is a bronze shimmer with a slight gold to pink shift and green sparkles. It has a smooth formula with a small particle size and medium size sparkles. Jealous has a deep brown base and shifts pink, peach, orange, gold, yellow, lime, and green. It has a smooth formula with a small to medium particle size. Mist has a brown base and shifts blue, purple, pink with silver sparkles. It has a smooth formula with a smaller particle size and a slightly gritty texture, but not as gritty as the earlier shadow that was mentioned that had that silver sparkle. I think that might be because this is a smaller particle size silver, but it does still have a little grittiness to it. Lust has a red base and shifts red, orange, and gold. It has the smooth formula with a small particle size. Doom has a blackened base and shifts purple, violet, pink, peach, and gold with subtle green and pink sparkles. It has a smooth formula with a small particle size. The sparkles are only really noticed in direct light and didn't pick up on camera great unless I messed with the focus. And lastly is the Emerald City palette. This is their most recent release. Here it is all swatched out. This one is so pretty. Gargoyle has a deep sage base and shifts pink, peach, orange, gold, and yellow with purple sparkles. It has the flaky formula with a sparkly finish and a medium to large particle size. Firefly has a lime base and shifts orange, gold, yellow, chartreuse, lime, and green. It has a flaky formula with a small to medium particle size. Emerald City has an olive base and shifts lime, green, teal, turquoise, blue, and indigo. It has the smooth formula with a small particle size and a super vibrant, intense, shiny finish. Warden has a sandy brown base and shifts peach, orange, gold, yellow, chartreuse, and lime with green and pink sparkles. It has the smooth formula with a medium particle size and a sparkly finish. Again, not to be too subjective, but I do think this is a really standout, unique shadow. I wear this one most of the time when I use this palette. Spectre has a vibrant grass green base and shifts pink, peach, orange, yellow, lime, and green. It has the flaky formula in a medium particle size. Morass has a black base and shifts lime, green, teal, turquoise, and blue. Has the flaky formula, but an opaque, sparkly metallic finish and a small to medium particle size. Alright, and now I have some quick comparisons. This is at the very top, the Tulip Dream palette, then Atlantis, Violet Crazy, and finally at the bottom is Secret Garden 2. And then to compare, I have Secret Garden 1, Burnt Forest, Sinister, and Emerald City. And now for some direct shade by shade comparisons. First is Mermaid from Atlantis, followed by Violet Crazy from Violet Crazy. After that, I have Golden Hour from Sunset Symphony, Jealous from Sinister, and Datura from Secret Garden 2. Then I have Jasmine from Secret Garden 2 and The One from Violet Crazy. Then there's Sunflower from Secret Garden 1, Moss from Burnt Forest, and Spectre from Emerald City. Then I have Lily from Secret Garden 1, followed by Fallen Star from Violet Crazy. After that is Tulip from Secret Garden 1, followed by Wings from Sinister. Next is Starry Sky from Burnt Forest and Poseidon from Atlantis. And lastly, Gypsophila from Secret Garden 2 and Mojito from Sunset Symphony. Alright, and that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. This has been a very long video and I am ready to go to bed, so I will bid you adieu and thank you again for watching. Bye.